Hello everyone and welcome back to the techystack channel. So today we'll try to explore one more new topic. So this is related to the queue items. Basically we have this some data. So just assume that in this Excel file we have this data. So name, job title, company name, hired and mail IDs and mail of the body. So for example, we need to send the candidate whether he's selected or not selected and the body of the mail also is available. So this entire data we will publish into the orchestrator. From that orchestrator, in the queue. So from that, take that queue and how we can send the mails to individual persons. So assume that these are all the multiple different mail IDs. So we'll how we can send the mail to the respective inbox. In this concept, we can go with the performer and the dispatcher. So first of all, we'll try to close this dispatcher. So going back to the UiPath Studio, let me open one more. Okay, I will open here only. So I'm creating one more new sequence, which name is called dispatcher. So I created. First step is we need to read that data. Na? For that, I'm taking the using read range notebook. So just drag and drop. And next step, I need the file path of this particular file. So taking this file path. And next, I need this sheet name. So I updated the sheet name as well. And the next step, so we need to create this output. So this output by default is storing into the some data table. So I will make this data table as candidate data tables. Data table. This is done. So next I will go with the bulk upload. So for example, if I go for loop, so I have the multiple lines. If I assume 10,000, then it's a bit difficult. So I will go for the bulk upload. So bulk upload to, bulk add item to. So I taken this. So we need to select this orchestrator. So I'm selecting this test one. So in this test one only, I'm going to update this data. So let me go to queue, and in this queue, I will add one more queue. So which is the name of candidates data. That's it. This is a my queue. If you want, you can try to upload this manually. It's also fine. So right now I'm updating with the help of dispatcher. And it's we need to select this queue name. So if it is not reflecting here, just read close and we open this XAML, so it will update here. And what is the data table? So here already we created the data table now. So just update the data table. That's it. So now dispatcher has been completed. I will just run this dispatcher and all the data will available in the queues. Let me run this. So dispatcher has been completed. I'm going back to the orchestrator queue. I am opening. So once you updated the data, sometimes it will show immediately or sometimes it will not show. I'm going to the inside of this. So just I'm going and checking the transactions. So in these transactions, we got this data and I will go and check the view details. So in this view details, we have this. So the name and the job title and what's the company and IDs, and we have this mail ID and the body of the mail. Okay, this is done. Dispatcher has been completed. So now this is not required. I am closing this dispatcher. Back to the RA framework. So this is RA framework actually what given by the UiPath. I did the same thing. So I changed one thing. So let me go to this config file. So in this config file, we have the some settings file. Go to that setting sheets and we need to update this. What is the queue name and where it is located in the particular folder. So when you go back to the orchestrator, so we can see this. So this is a folder. In this folder, I have the queue. So this is a candidate data. So the same thing I have provided it here. So now moving back to the again UiPath Studio. And here, first of all, I will just run this bot, whether we are getting this data or not. So for that, I will just go to this process transaction. I will keep this one breakpoint here. So I want to see I will get this data or not. So let me run this. And our data will be stored in transaction item. So we can check here transaction item. Transaction item. So we can see this. This is the data what we process in the rubber queue. So I got this data. So now if I want to get this some specific content, so for example, if I want to get this name, so just I will make this name to string. So we need to give this transaction item. This is a variable and which data we want to get. So I want to get name. So this is related to some specific content. And at the end of the thing, you need to give a dot to string. So just it will convert it into the string and we can see this output. So it's having the with mark. So when I go and check one more, so I will go and check another data. I will check for mail ID. Yes, I will update this mail ID. So whatever mail ID is having, so something having some issue. Let me check mail ID. So having some space here. So when you check here, initially it's having some space is it. So I will just copy this again and I will update here. ID, okay, here double quotes got closed. So we got this mail ID. So like this, we need to check before the data while publishing to dispatcher. So there only we can check. This is a issue from the dispatcher side. So once this is distributed to the queues, we cannot do anything here. So as of now, I will follow the same thing. So this is my mail ID. So I will open one notepad and I will save these names here. So this is will be used for the further purpose. So this is for mail ID and similarly we have this multiple things now. So I will grab those things. So now we got this data. Next step is we need to go to this process. In this process only now we are sending that mails. So let me go to this process and we can take one mail ID here. So just I will send that mail ID. Going with the here SMTP mail. So just drag and drop this send SMTP mail. And here couple of the things we need to update. So the one is body. So already body subject just assume that offer letter. So as per the data. And the next is subject. So we have the subject already we store in one variable. So just copy this subject. Okay, I will do this. Let me open my Excel file. In that Excel file only, I have this full details. Like what I need to take from here. So just I will copy this and get the data in the Excel. So now I will take this as it is. So body of the mail. Without having any extra spaces out. Okay, this is the body of the mail. So I updated this body of the mail. This should be in transaction because it's coming inside of this now. So this should be in transaction. So this is these two things is done. And mail ID. So we have this mail ID. I'm just copying this one and directly updating here. Mail ID. And next couple of things we need to update. So here port and server. So if you go and check in Google, so we will get this port and server. So here my port is 587 and my server is smtp.office.365. Let me update the same thing. smtp.office365.com. So this is my server. Now these two things is done. Next, so we need to update this mail ID. So already I have declared the two variables. One is the from address and the password. So from there I'm taking this. So this is my from address and the password is so I will update the password. So in password variable I store this data. Now these things also plan. And next we need to go a little bit down. So if you want to CC, so I'm adding CC myself. So just I will update here my mail ID. So this is CC and one more thing. So from where we want to update. So from mail address also I have updated. So now all the steps has been done. So now we need to see. For example, let me go this body. So in this body we have the couple of things. So if you see here in this bracket and open bracket and close bracket. So here we need to change this. Let me copy this. I will show you. So dear candidate, so here name of the candidate should be appeared here, and you have selected. So we have the roles and company name details as well. So these things we need to pick from the another data. So for example, if you see this here, we got this data. So I will update it this data. Body, I have updated the body mail. After that, we want to replace now. So we have some couple of the things need to be replaced. So the name of the candidate. So name of the candidate should be replaced with the name. So let me take this and I will go here dot. Just I'm using the string operation. So this is replace of. So what character you want to replace? Okay, and replace with what data? So replace of this data after this, and it replace with this string. So I have copied this. So here it should be in transaction item. If you not hit, then it will throw this error. So one thing is done. So let me go back to again here. So I have this role. So just copy this role again and go back to here and again the same thing. Dot replace of this data with which data. So I have this role now. Let me go and check what data is available here. So your role is nothing but a job title. So and you can see this some specific data also is a space. So just I copy the same thing and I will update. Same thing I will copy and go to UiPath and I update it. So here this should be in transaction. I will modify it. This is done. And next, similar we have the company name. So just copy this company name. Same step you need to do here. Dot replace of company name. In front I can put some little bit zoom. So replace of company name. After that, I need to replace with this company name. So I will just copy from here again. I will change this to and I will copy again. Now everything has been completed. If you see just I'm revising the thing. So in transactions physical. So this is the my body of that mail. So in that body of the mail, I'm replacing the specific string. So for example, if you see my specific string here is name of the candidate. So this name of the candidate will replace with this our original name. And similar way, we have the one role. So this role should be replaced with this some of the job title. So job title is nothing but a support. And your company name should be replaced with this company name. So just I updated these things. I just click on that save. After this, I am running this code. I will put one breakpoint here. So I need to check whether I got this correct data or not. So meanwhile, I will copy. Okay, I will send one mail. No problem. We'll check whether it's delivered properly or not. So let me save this and running this one. So we have to wait couple of seconds to get that data. And it will take that one of the transaction from the queue item and it will process that. Let it process and it picked one of the transaction item. So it's saying that something happened wrong. So in transaction, so let me check that mail ID. In transaction of mail ID. So now this mail ID is there. Now let me check what is this error. So no such host. So host means here nothing but as this one 587 SMTP. Okay, here I mentioned the 265. Basically, this is 365. So if you get something errors like this, so we need to go and check this all the properties. It might be the some other issue. So as of now, the issue is 365 should be there, but I mentioned this are wrong. I'm stopping this part and I will go here and edit this as a 365. So how I get to know the error is basically we see this error. So in this error, it's saying so such a host. So host which is nothing but server. So based on that, I'm identifying the error. So rerunning the bot again. So I'm not saving, but if you click on the run up button, so by default it will save that process. Now I'm sending this mail again. So it pick one transaction item and it send that mail. So there is no issues with that mail. And I'm going to the Outlook. In this Outlook, I'm checking here. So if you observe here, so dear Pandey, you have selected for this so and so post and accept the option letter within the 10 days, and we can see this. All the data has been done. So I'm going back to this Excel file just for reference purpose. So I taken here Pandey. So forget about. So I write for the couple of times. So that's why I got Pandey transaction. Okay, if you see here, Pandey, and what is the role? So Salesforce admin. So Salesforce admin, what is the company name? Infotech. So forget about here. We need to put the one condition. If it is yes or no, we need to check. But as of now, I'm not checking any conditions. Just I'm sending that mail. So this is the way how we can send. I will just run this bot for all the things. So it will close all the things. So now it's moved to the transaction number 2 and it's moved to transaction number 3. So how many transactions are available in that queue? So it will pick all the things and done. So I'm going to output. So we can see this here. The transaction I'm having here is 4. So totally transactions is 7, but here process only 7 because when I'm developing the thing, so some couple of things I has processed. So now we can go and check here. So this is Ramesh. So just for checking output. So Ramesh, where is Ramesh? So Ramesh, it's a Zira admin. You can see this admin, Zira admin. And the company name is IVS. So the company name is IVS. Please accept the offer letter within the 10 working days. This is a standard way how we can send the mail from UiPath tools. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, make sure to hit that like button, share with your friends, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to turn off notifications so you never miss an upload.